Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the eSeniors GT3 World Championship. As you know, my name is Tony, and here we are for round 13 here at Zolder, the Constructors Championship on the line. There you have the remaining rounds here in the championship. We're in round 13, so we only have 4 races left, including this one. We're here for the Constructors title. We're going to take a look at the standings in just a few seconds. That's what we're going to follow up with before we're going to check the schedule. As I said, there you're going to see the last 4 rounds. First, it's Zolder, then Kialami, and of course, the Australian Hellman Panorama. That's going to be a lot of fun, and I know the drivers are already hating on me for saying that. And we're going to end it all on Spa-Francorchamps. Will we have rain? I do not know. But first and foremost, we're going to go for the standings. There you have them, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, it's Team GB, formed by Chris Bourne, John Saunders, and for once, Mr. Andy Skelton. They are on the top with 507 points. And we have PWS Esports. And of course, what can we say about them? They're the sponsors of the eSeniors GT3 World Championship. There you have down below their website, preciouswashers.co.uk. You can check them out. They have the best washing machines in all of the UK. So please, don't even think about it. If you need something like that, just get in the website and buy from them. It would help us massively. PWS Esports, as we said, Mark Christopher, Mark Rogers, and then Mr. David Gellard. And in P3 will be Team Burning Moose. Eklund and Peterson, they're both Swedish guys. Right now, we're in practice. We're going to jump into the qualifying session in just a few moments. So in the meanwhile, I think we're just going to go straight into action and check how these gentlemen are doing on track. So let's just do so. There we go. Here we are now on track. Here we have Lars Eklund, as we said, right now P3 in the title contention. They still have a chance. You saw the difference in points. So it's all up for grabs. Mr. Roberts just restarted the session. We're going to have another restart in 5 minutes. And then we are going live into the qualifying. But for now, we're going to take a look at all of these gentlemen. Let's see. What can they do in this last 5 minutes of training? I guess they want to get ready to go for the quickest lap possible. We need to keep in mind, Zolder is not a place where you can make a lot of moves, especially we only have 2 main places where you can make it happen. And it's going to be very, very tough to do so for one main reason. There is no space. For example, here we have the lovely chicane, very dangerous, very deadly if you go too hard on this exit curb. As you can see, it looks pretty good for Mr. Eklund so far. Of course, he has cold tires, so he's keeping it safe. There you have that McLaren doing wonders. We go into the second chicane. This is the trickiest one of the 2, and there's a reason for that, because it leads into this right-hander, finally into the straight, and this is one of the only points where you can make a move. This really slow right-hander, but as you can see, there is no space on the track. It's so narrow. These gentlemen are going to have big issues if they want to make the move. So I think it's all going to come down to strategy. Hello, Mr. Skelton. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a great evening. And we're going to go for a full lap with Eklund. Let's see how he can do. Here we go through turn 1. You really need to get that apex. That looks good. He could have gotten a little later. That would have been the best option for the McLaren. Of course, this is a late apex here. Nobody here, huh? Yeah, I feel you, my friend. You know, we're talking Tuesday evening, so I can understand not a lot of people are watching. This usually happens, so hey, I guess we'll get more people as we go. Of course, we usually go live at 8, and I decided to go live 10 minutes earlier just to check that everything was working all right. There you have Eklund, really aggressive on that chicane. Let's head into the second one. Hello, Howard. Pleasure to see you here as always. You know I love you, my friend, my mate. There we have the second chicane. Very beautiful from Eklund. Good cut on that exit curb. Let's see if we can get a good section here. Looks good so far. This should be nearly flat. In this case, it's going to do it completely flat. Beautiful from the Swedish. Let's see if he can nail this braking zone. That looks, a little late on the braking. A little too much on the brakes. He's going to lose a little time. But at the end, he's going to keep on going. Let's go for the last chicane of the track. Here we go. Really aggressive on this entry one. And, of course, this exit. We really need to be careful because that exit curb can really unsettle the car. That is going to be a 29.4 for Mr. Eklund. Good lap. Right now, he is the fastest on track. We have Christopher, who has put himself on P2. We're going to check on some other gentlemen. And then, as I said, we are going straight into the qualifying session. We have 2 minutes remaining. So Mr. Arrobas is going to be the one giving the call. Welcome everyone to the stream, of course. If you want to support it, please give a like. Follow the channel. To enjoy some good racing, I understand there's not a lot of people in here. Because, as we previously said, it's a Tuesday evening, brother. Obviously, not everyone is available at these times. But one way or another, I really appreciate you all for being here with me. We're going to have a fantastic race here at Zolder. And Arrobas should be ready, giving the call. Going into showtime. We will see when he does so. Who's here in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know, please. Type it down. Who is here with us tonight? Christopher's going to go for another round. It looks good so far. He's going to be able to improve by a couple of tenths on this practice qualifying. That is going to be P2 maybe. It is. It's going to be a 29.9. For now, Eklund is showing some good pace. But now it all comes down to nothing less than the qualifying. And here we go. It's showtime. Every single one of the cars is getting ready to rock and roll here in Zolder. There you see, okay, that's a very good shot from my friend, the Chopper Man. There you have him. Look at that, my man, Jamaica Frank Tennant. There you have him. Let's see how the Jamaican can do. And, of course, a big hello to his daughter, Eleanor. It's a pleasure to have you here as well, for sure. I'm sure you're watching your papa. There you have the Canadians. They're not being very patient. You can see they're just going straight for it. And we will see how we do. I'm getting my phone completely destroyed. I don't know why, but jeez. Okay. Well, let's go rock and roll. John Saunders, there we have him. He is P1 in the championship, as we saw. Oh, my God almighty. That is not the start you want in a qualifying session, for the love of God. What a pump from behind. Jesus. Wow, that was some unexpected action. That is Saunders back into the pit. I'm sure won't be happy about that, even though it's just the start of the session. But he just lost 3 or 4 precious minutes that he will surely need. Well, that was a little unexpected, let me tell you. But we are going to stick with none other than Mr. Mark Christopher is going to start the lap. Here we go. Turn 1. How can he do it? It looks very good so far. Very hard on the curve. That is beautiful. Hello, Mr. Trowbridge. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much. That is a late apex, but not hitting it completely. Let's see if Christopher now can get a good entry. It looks beautiful from the British man. And now he heads into the first chicane. Let's see how the man does it. How aggressive is willing to go on this chicane. Very hard to take. You need to be completely straight and off the throttle. That is beautiful from Christopher. We are heading now into the second chicane. And Mr. Christopher, let's see if he can repeat the success he had on the first one. That looks very good from Christopher. Not compromising the right-hander after that. And here we go. Full throttle on this right-hander into the straight. And now the big braking zone. The only opportunity you have to overtake is here. And you can see how narrow the track is, so it's not going to help the matter. Christopher doing a great lap so far, as well as the man behind. And you know who that man is. You are damn right. One of the Swedish. In this case, it was Mr. Peterson, who's going to go and head for a quick lap. Mr. Christopher is going to set his first time. That is going to be a 29.8. We saw in the practice that Mr. Lars Eklund did better than that. Let's see if he can repeat it. For now, we're going to jump with Mr. Kai Schaffer. There we have him. He's going to cross the finish line. There's a 31.3. Big gap between these gentlemen. Lindholm is going to put himself in P2. Good lap. And now, let's go with Peterson. Peterson, this was an invalidated lap. Hello, Mr. Howells. Welcome, every single one of you. Thank you very much for being here with me in this very rainy Tuesday evening, at least here in Spain. It's raining like hell. It's raining, man. Hallelujah. Hopefully it's not going to rain any man here tonight. Because that would imply Mr. Arrobas is not going to be happy with the pandemonium that can struck in turn one. We will see. Pearson now heading for a better lap this time around. Hopefully it won't be invalidated. That looks very good from the Swedish man. Let's go inside his cockpit view to check if he has a shot at the top spots of the grid. There you have that chicane, really aggressive on the entry, the exit as well. Not compromising this double right-hander. Beautiful from Mr. Peterson. We're in Spain, Juan. I live in Sevilla. So it's really, really raining here. So seriously, it caught me off guard because I went and had a haircut in really, really rainy conditions here. As Chris Bourne is going to put the lap time Mr. Eklund did on the practice of 4:15. Boy, Peterson really hard on that curb. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. What time is he going to put on the table? There you have it. That is a 31.3. Saunders is going to beat Bourne's time. Beautiful. From the Britishman. There you have him. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Now we're starting to get people. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. That is fantastic. I see 8 people already. That is awesome to see. Thank you very much, every single one of you. We're going to go with the man we talked about before. That was Jeremy Arrobas. And as I said, he's not going to be happy if we get pandemonium. Look at him go. Look at that Aston Martin. Trying his best to put himself at least in the top 5. Will he be able to? His fastest lap time was a 31.6. This is going to become probably a 1:30. It is a 30.7. Welcome, Maverick, to the stream. Thank you very much, mate. We're going to go directly back with Kai Schaffer. We saw the 31.3. He made some mistakes. Now he needs to clutch this. He's already a whole second up. Let's see if the Bentley can do well in this last chicane. That's a little slow. And we know this car can take curbs like it's breakfast. So, unfortunately, he's not going to improve that much. Still going to put himself on P7. But only 5 people within the second. Frank Tenen has been the last one to put himself there. John Saunders with a 29 dead. Beautiful lap. That is incredible. We're going to go now with Harrison Nolan, the American. Let's see what he can do. His fastest lap time was a 32.6. It doesn't look like he's improving too much. Let's see if we can get a good exit here. That is a little wide. That's going to cost him a lot of time. And he didn't decide to open the racing line, so he's going to lose even more. That's a 32.6. So he's going to have another shot at it. 12 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. We're going to go now with the man we were talking about before, Jamaica, Mr. Tennant. Very good lap to 30.2. Right now, he's even with his fastest lap time. As you can see, it was the second sector that he struggles with. Let's see if now he can gain some time on the last one. Big braking zone here into the right-hander. Looks beautiful from Tennant. He could get a little bit more of that apex, but still, even on the 10th. So he still has a good gap. For improving, let's see as he heads. He's not going to head into the chicane. He's just going to go to the pit lane. So we're going to switch to another gentleman. We're going to go now with Neil Bywater. There we have the man. Let's see how he can do. Drunk cameraman is not helping. John Saunders with a 28.9. First man to break the 28 barrier. The closest is Lars Eklund. Really tight between these two gentlemen. As you can see, it's also very tight on the championship itself. Hello, Mr. Garter. Pleasure to have you here, as well as Derek Bird. Thank you very much, every single one of you, for being here with me tonight. Bywater with a P4. Very good lap, the 29.7. Big improvement from the last round. Eklund now improving by 2/10. He has the chance of taking this pole. Of course, we still have 11 minutes remaining, but he's looking really strong so far. The 696 car doing fantastically well. Let's see how he heads into this big braking zone. Into the right-hander that looks beautiful from Eklund. Now he needs to clutch this last chicane. Let's see if he can get the right amount of curb to help him out. That is a very good braking zone. Really hard on the curb. As you can see, he's going to have to lift a tiny bit. That looks good. A little slow on the exit. Is it going to be enough? 2/10 up. Is it enough or not, ladies and gentlemen? It is not. It is 12 thousandths of a second. Very unlucky for Eklund, who must be surprised that that didn't beat Saunders' time. He's going for another round. He's not stopping. So let's see if this time around he can get those few tenths he lost on that second sector. His first sector is absolutely amazing. As you can see, spotless. Welcome, Mr. Tennant. Pleasure to have you here as well. Very good qualifying lap so far, mister. Very, very good. We hope to see you back on the track soon. Eklund now looking great. Here is the moment for Eklund. This is where he lost a couple of tenths. If he makes this right, he should be able to take that pole position. Eklund now looking pretty good. Be interesting to see what changes the game update makes to time come the weekend. Yes, sir. I was going to mention that right now. You just read my mind. The big changes that are coming into ACC are going to turn the tables. And now every single group is going to be decided by the man who can adapt the fastest into the new big changes. Oh, Eklund is going to lose it on the last chicane. He was a couple of tenths up. He was doing a fantastic lap there. Let's see if now Mr. Bywater can have a shot at the top 3. Now that's me done. If I stay in the top 10, I'll be happy. Well, it's very good indeed. Don't worry about that. It's a very good lap nonetheless. Bywater now. Bywater. He's going out. Continue, but the car behind from PWS going for a little bit of a lawn mower. Jesus. You want a good lawn mower? You know where to get it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. You can contact the man. Bywater now with a very... Oh, it looked very good on the entry, but again, everyone is struggling with that exit of that last chicane. Still going to improve, but he has 1/10 at least to get it to the top 3. For now, he's going to go back into the pit lane. We're going to go now with Christopher, who's finishing his lap. He is 2/10 up. He should be able to catch Lindholm. And he is. He's going to collect P5. Very good job. Current standings on the website haven't been updated. Yeah, I do not handle that, mister. I don't have permission to handle the different standings. So, unfortunately, I put on the screen the most updated ones I have. So I'm really sorry if they are not the correct ones. We're going to go with Bourne because Jesus Christ, this man is flying. Hello, Mr. Natty. Oh, I say he's flying and he just screws the lap. Really unfortunate because he was improving by none other than 0.7 of a second. He would have conquered that pole position, no problems at all. So he's going to go for another round. That last chicane is being very tricky for every single one of the drivers on track. We have 7 minutes remaining of qualifying. Bourne is going to have another shot at it. So we're going to go into his helmet view so we can check how this man goes through a round here in Zolder. Look at that. Very beautiful. Good control on the throttle. He could have gone a little earlier. Hello. Oh, here we have, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Margaritis. Nikos. It's a pleasure to have you here. You know it, man. I love you. Chris Bourne. Damn, that sounded British, didn't it? Bourne doing good so far. Let's see. He really needs to cut this hard. Looks very good. Oh, he's gonna. Ooh, a little bit of a slide. As you can see, this is the perfect example. If you don't make that chicane correctly, you're gonna screw your next 2 corners, and that's where you're gonna lose a lot of time. The new tires are going to play a big part now. As we said before, I think now the championship is in the hands of the man who can adapt the fastest throughout these last 4 rounds. Can you please tell me which day the update is coming, please? I would appreciate you telling me that. Bourne is going to improve by 0.2, but it's not going to be enough. We're going to go now with Mr. Kevin Torrance. There you have him. Another man from the PWS. Let's see what lap time can he put. For now, it's a 32.5. It's a very, very... Sorry, it's a good lap for Torrance, but he needs to get a little faster if he wants to get at least on the top 10. 25th of November. So that is going to collide with the Porsche Cup League. Okay. Okay, I feel you. Well, all I can say is that this is going to be fun to see because it's going to come right in time for the 3 main groups to collide. We're going to go now with Peterson, who's improving by 0.3 right now. He's going to finish his first sector. Looking good so far. Let's see if he can get a good chicane. Good braking zone. Looking very good. You need to stay off throttle here, Mr. Peterson. That is very good. You can see the car nearly flying. The GT4s will hit it first. So it's tomorrow. It's not 25th, right? Okay. One way or another, it's going to be hell. Because for what I've heard, they're also going to do a complete VOP overview on every single car. So it's not just the addition of the BMW. It's not just the addition of the new physics. It's not the new addition of the tires and their model. They're changing the VOP of the car. So get ready, because we might see some interesting switches. No problem, pit bits. You know, it's not worry, my friend. Pearson right now is not being able to improve. That is a good exit indeed. But unfortunately, he won't be able to score a faster lap. If he gets a couple of 10s, he will be already up to P7. Tennant is taking that position at the moment. We're going to jump now with Mr. Paul Moore. There we have him with the Lamborghini. He's going to finish that first sector, and we'll see what the man can do. We only have 4 minutes remaining of qualifying and some new tracks after Christmas. Well, we do not have information on that. But I really smell some American tracks coming. I don't know why. I feel Atlanta. I feel Road America, baby. If they give me Road America, I'm happy. If they give me Daytona, oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just not going to stop jumping. You can be damn sure of that. Let's see, Paul Moore, he has lost a little bit of time. That is a very aggressive entry, and he's going to screw the exit. Unfortunately, Moore won't be able to get a better lap. Saunders with a 8.99. Very, very tight. Rumors, Magny-Cool, and Hockenheim. I'll take that. No doubt, mate. I'll take that with pleasure. Because that's what's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to get a BOP. I don't know if it's going to be for the good or for the bad. All I can tell you is that everything is coming. I can understand why the new Lambo not coming tomorrow too. They have it ready, and they also had a showcase race, I think. Maybe they decided it's not completely ready and they're still testing different options. That could be the matter. But gentlemen, 2 minutes remaining. Lindholm is going to improve by 1/10. That should be P5, and it is overtaking Mark Christopher, one of the fastest men on the Group 2, challenging for the title. Unfortunately, didn't have the best of races last week in Donington. Very rainy conditions. And remember who won that. I'm going to show you who did it. That is the man that you have in the camera, Jeremiah Rabas, with an impressive performance and, of course, the survivability. This man did incredibly well. What time is the drop tomorrow? I really don't know, but I'm really worried that the time of the patch will be the same as the race, because I don't know if that's going to create any issues on the servers. I really don't know, and I fear that, because maybe we would have to move the race in case no one can cope with it. We will see how it goes, but for now, Arrobas is not being able to improve, so this is going to be it for him. He's going to have one more shot, but the man who is doing fantastically well this time around is Lindholm, also one of the fastest men in the group. He's going to give it a shot to catch Bywater. He's 3/10 up. Let's see. The Bentley should be able to take this no problem. That looks like a very good exit. Mr. Lindholm, is he going to be able to make it happen? Is he going to take that P4? He is with a 29.4. Incredible lap from Mr. Lindholm, and he still has one more to go. That was a little drifty. Nonetheless, incredible lap. We're going to go down with Chris Bourne, who's showing up big time here. 2/10 up. This is going to be the last lap for the British man. Let's see if he can finish the job. He's slowing down a little bit. What happened there? You could see that he went off throttle for a second. I do not understand why. Maybe he had to relocate himself or something, but he was 2/10 up. He's going to make it back easily, because look at that. That was beautiful from Mr. Chris Bourne. He might have a shot at the pole position. We'll see, because right now he's 3/10 up. He can make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be really tight until the end. Bourne, can he make it happen on the last chicane? He needs to nail this. Good braking zone. Good entry. It's going to be the same for the exits. That is good. Bourne has a shot. Let's see. 2/10 up. Is it going to be 3? Is it going to be enough? That is not going to be enough. 18 thousandths of a second. And at the end, it's going to be John Saunders taking the pole position. And we're going directly into the grid. We have a GT4 on track. I guess... Okay, the GT4 car seems to have left. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go at it. We're going to do a little bit of a grid walk. There you have it. John Saunders is going to be the man taking the pole position side by side. His partner, Chris Bourne. There you have him. Great start, 1-2. Eklund then on P3, side by side with Kenneth Lindholm, who's going to take P4. Good lap after all. Really close to catch Eklund's time. Another man who was really fast in this qualifying session was Neil Bywater, who's taking 5th. And side by side is going to be Mr. Mark Christopher himself from the PWS Esports team. Then Mr. Jamaica, Frank Tannen, I love him. He's P7, side by side with Kai Schaffer. Then a little more on the back, there is Mr. Eklund's partner, Andreas Peterson. He's P9. He's going to go side by side with the administrator of the eSeniors, Mr. Jeremy Arrobas. Behind, below the top 10 is Christopher Hjort. Then Paul Moore, taking P11 and P12 respectively. Then Mr. Buckley and Sauvage, 13th and 14th. Then Nolan and Langlois to take 15th, 16th. And at the end of the grid is Mr. Kevin Torrance. There you have it. Remember, this is a whole hour long. What a whole hour, love. A whole hour with pit stops. So get ready to rock and roll, because this is going to be very, very fun. 17 cars on the grid. We'll see how this ends up. Is it going to be pandemonium? I don't know, but I'm a little worried. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start, who is taking the cake? Who is taking the victory for their respective team? Who is it, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know in the chat. Let's see what you all think about this amazing race that we have in front of us right now. Bourne is going to take the victory. Okay. Good prediction. Mr. Bourne is always a trustworthy option. I like that. Lars, very interesting. The Swedish man has a good shot. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, I think it all is going to come down to the pit stops. Because there's no way in hell you can overtake unless you go off the track. You can see how narrow it is. It's barely fitting two cars with safety. We will see how it goes. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All the engines getting ready to rock and roll. We are going green in just a few seconds. Both British men on guard start on the P1 and P2 respectively is the best option they had. And this is completely perfect. They need to help each other to get that victory that will put him on a good lead. And here we go. That's the green. That is a great start for Mr. Lars Sickling. Is he going to try it on the inside? He is. Side-by-side action at the end is going to be born. Being ahead. We're going to check a little bit more on the back, because there you have Bywater is going to lose a position to Mark Christopher or not. Let's see side-by-side action here through turn 2. It looks like Mr. Bywater is going to be able to hold his own. But still, side by side, he moved a little bit to the right. And be careful, because now maybe it's standing trying to make the move. And look at that, Schaffer with a lot of speed. Is he going to try the inside? We will see if those Bentleys are going to go for it. They won't at the end. Everything is staying safe so far. Beautiful start from every single one of the drivers. Going to be boring. It's not raining. Thank you very much for getting my hopes up, Mr. Garland. I love you as always. I don't remember what word Nikos told me, but I would say it right now. But no pandemonium at the end. We are already seeing a second gap between most of the drivers. My God. This is going to be a very long race for these drivers. The only close action is this, because Torrance just made the move on Harrison Nolan. Nolan's going to have to keep it safe. Very, very wide entry for Mr. Torrance. Let's see if he has the speed to overtake Mr. Langlois, but we're going to have to go now on the top of the grid, because it's Eklund who might have a shot at Chris Bourne. Again, a very good exit. Let's see if he's going to have enough speed. Saunders is going to take the fastest lap for now. Very good start from both British gentlemen. But Eklund is really on the hunt. You can see his race pace is being amazing. We've seen Schaffer make the move on Jeremy Arrobas. Jeremy Arrobas right now finding himself in a little bit of a no man's land. Look at the dive from here. They're going to go side by side, the Swedish and the American. And the American is going to kick Mr. Peterson out of that position. And that means Hjort now is going to take P10. And we will see if the Swedish can go back for the move. We're going to go back into the front, because Eklund is really chasing behind Chris Bourne. And look at Lindholm, who's really getting closer as well. Kenneth done well, but look at that. You just cursed Mr. Kenneth with a very bad chicane. Peterson right now. Let's see. There's very tight action here on the mid-pack. Right now, everyone holding his own. Let's see if everyone comes clean out of it. Ooh, Peterson, a little bit of the grass. That was scary for a moment. Hello, Mr. Lightfoot. Welcome to the stream, Billy. And oh my God, for now, everything's super clean. You gotta love this, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy must be in heaven right now. I'm with Kenneth. Group 3 on the podium. Oh, yeah. Let's see Peterson right now getting real close to Christopher Hjort. We saw the overtake from Hjort. That's a 29.9 from Saunders. To start things off, you gotta love it. Ay, ay, ay. Just as I move from Peterson, Peterson has been involved in some sort of incident. We're going to go right back to see what happened to the Swedish man. We are checking the replay right now. Here you have him. He's going to go a little too hard on the curb. My God, the car was flying. Nothing he could do. He tried to spin it. That's a good recovery spin. But now he finds himself on the back of the grid. So now he needs to do a very good recovery drive. Really unfortunate to see that mistake, as you said. Mr. Stephen Buckley right now, P12. We will see how he does himself and his partner. Just in front, then Hjort taking P10, as we said. And now we're starting to see the gaps already. Eklund with the fastest third sector of the race. We're going to go into the 3 last laps because we're going to go for that real soon. Look at Eklund. He's really chasing Chris Bourne down. And you can see he's way faster on this third sector. Maybe here he can secure himself a good exit and make the move. But as we previously said, there's not a lot of a gap. Then McLaren struggling on this exit. He's not going to be able to make it happen. And another round. Bourne now the fastest in track. Very good line from him. Ooh, a little slidey from Eklund. He put the fastest lap on the race. Tennant just made the move on Mark Christopher. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that was beautiful from that Jamaican. You're going to love it. And I'm sure he should be happy with this move. We're going to go with Paul Moore. There you have him. Really slow. We don't know what happened there. But he went very slow for a moment. You can see now Buckley is starting to catch his teammate very, very rapidly. My God, we're already getting big gaps. Second and a half. We're going to check the track map. There you have it. Already big gaps. This is a technical track. You really need to be careful. There you have Buckley getting real close to Paul Moore. Surely there will be some team orders to prevent anything wrong to happen. Moore with a mistake is going to let his partner by. But wait, he's going to leave the space for Savage to get in. Moore not feeling very confident in himself this time around. He's going to play it safe. And he's going to keep on pushing. There you have it. Peterson already in the back catching Harrison Nolan. There you have the fastest lap. Zolder with a 29.2. We're already seeing a lot of good pace on these guys at the front. Peterson is going to try to have a shot at Harrison Nolan. He's going to try the inside. He's going to show the nose. But nothing yet. Can he get a good exit now? Let's see. Very hard on the entry. Secure yourself a good exit. That is... But Nolan also got a very good one, so no chance of overtaking just yet. And everything has calmed down already, and we're only 7 minutes in. Me no likey. Me want some action. Let's see how it goes throughout this hour. Remember, we have a mandatory pit stop for every single one of the drivers. We're going to go now with Langlois, who's really chasing Paul Moore down. We saw the mistake on the second sector, and now look at that. Torrance and Langlois are going to go at it. Is Mr. Torrance going to try the inside? He's going to break a little later. Is it going to be enough? Very hard on the curve, and the move is done. Beautiful from Torrance. That was a very clean move and very respectful from Mr. Langlois, who left the space. We don't need to get an instance being really clean so far. Just mistakes from the own drivers. No incidents between more than one car. That's what we want. But we want some action as well. Mark Christopher is going to try to have a shot at Frank Tennant, but not going to happen yet. Christopher with that Aston Martin, who has been doing him wonders throughout the season. We'll see what happens after the patch comes, because we don't know what the BOP is going to be. So it's all coming down to tomorrow. We are all excited to see the new changes, and let me tell you, I'm even more excited to see you all drive it, because I'm not going to be able, and I'm not going to have to do so. So I'm going to be really looking forward to commentating all of you, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be nothing but incredible. Right now, we're going to check. Mr. Lars Eklund is again catching up to Chris Bourne. There you have the difference in lap time. Mr. Eklund being the faster one of the two, but still not being able to make the move happen. There you see they're not pulling away from the back. And they're still keeping in touch with John Saunders, who is doing amazingly well. We're going to check on his last 3 lap times. There you have it. Last one was a little messy. But by messy, I mean just making one mistake, because the man has been driving perfectly so far. 29 after 29 after 29. This dude is flying. We got Nolan and Langlois going at it. Contact. It was going to happen, and it did happen. But still, both of them are going to hold themselves on the track. Oh, no. Langlois is going to lose it. All of them are going to slow down. My God. We're going to have a 3-man down.